Good afternoon, guys. This is Kathleen Pate at My Alabama Farm Life, and today I'm going to give you guys a farm tour. I am so excited about the blueberries. They are starting to turn blue and get ripe, and I can't wait to start harvesting them. They look beautiful. And I'm really hoping that they taste even better than the ones that we have on this one small early bush. These are the best blueberries, nice and plump and fat and juicy. Now this is our monster bush. It's actually 2 bushes and a bunch of suckers, and one of these days we're going to get this cleared out. But they are starting to turn blue. They're still a little bit bitter, so we're going to have to wait till they get big. And look at all the figs that we have on our trees. It's going to be at least a week or 2 before they start to ripen, but the fig trees are full. They are just busting. Look at these. Aren't these absolutely beautiful? These are Eleanor's tiger lilies, and they bloomed very well this year. And now here's our other fig tree. And then we have another big one. We are going to get a lot of figs this year. I am really looking forward to it. And there's one of my runaway roosters. I've got 3 of them that usually run around. But yeah, look at all those figs. Aren't they beautiful? So we have not visited the chickens in a while. So we're going to walk down and take a look and see how much these guys have grown. So here are 3 of my 7 roosters. These guys are now sleeping in the outhouse. The other 3 are still inside. I'm surprised that Pretty Boy hasn't kicked them out yet. So they're still surviving in the coop. And Pretty Boy has been very good. He keeps his distance and stays away from me, especially when I'm holding a stick in my hand. He knows I am not afraid to use it. And with all this hot weather, I've been making sure that their water bowls are staying full. They have 4 waterers, so they have plenty, and we have plenty of shade here around their coop. So it's been a little uncomfortable for them, but they are fine. And now it's time to check on my cucumbers. I planted my cucumbers, oh goodness, about over a week ago, and they are coming up. You can see the little buds sticking out, but I need to get out here and give them a good water. It's really dry out here. And then if you look further up, there's my volunteer cucumber, and it's looking pretty. Yeah, it definitely needs some water. It's pretty dry. I was definitely late getting them into the ground, but late is better than never. And then here's my tomatoes. These were an experiment that really didn't work. I got tomatoes, but pretty much at the same time I got tomatoes off of my ones in the garden. My greenhouse is a mess, and it's really too hot to use it right now, but come fall, we'll see what we can get going. And look at all this oregano. I have a ton of oregano out here, but I cannot harvest it until after it finishes blooming. Of course, that one over there didn't bloom, so I may come out here and snip it down, but look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Loving the oregano. I'm going to have to get out here when it starts to seed and see how many seeds I can collect. And this is my potato patch. I got a bunch of potatoes out here, and so far I haven't had a whole lot of luck. I've got the 1 sprout. That's it, 1 sprout. But I do have some more sprouting potatoes in my kitchen, so I'm actually probably going to grab that bag and plant some more out here and see if I can get some potatoes. And here's some more lilies. They are so pretty. And here's some beauty berries. They're starting to bud, and we should have berries here pretty soon. Something else for the bees to chew on. And here's our hose. I have the hose running from the back of the house all the way down into the garden. And as I walked down, I caught this bird doing some pest control. Get 'em, birdie. We have soaker hoses set up on both of our lines of tomatoes, but the most important thing that we need to do every morning is look for greenhorn worms. They are really doing some damage out here. Otherwise, the tomatoes look great. I don't have enough soaker hose to come all the way down here at the end, but I've got that pretty little eggplant that's still surviving, and our peppers are growing. Probably not as big as what they should be, but they are growing and they are already putting off peppers. We also have a nice row of watermelons. They're a little thin out here towards the end, and again, it's dry. But as we move back down towards the gate, the vines thicken up and you can see all the watermelons. However, we are having some problems with some vermin. We think the woodchucks are out here. They're actually chewing on the watermelon. So far, they haven't broken through, but they are doing some damage. So I'm going to be setting out some traps and see if we can catch it. But the watermelons, these are the prettiest watermelons that I have seen growing out here, and I'm really excited. There's some more damage. And this is our second row of tomatoes, our okra, and all our beans. They are really growing, but like I said, we really could use some rain. And this is why we come out early in the morning to catch our little predators. There's a nice big old fat green hornworm, and we're gonna pluck him off, and then we are going to kill him. That's what we do. We just squash them in the dirt, and he's done. After the worms comes weeding. We have been doing a lot of weeding out here. We still have a little bit more to go. We have a lot of weeds in between our beans, but we are getting it done. It is looking great out here. Now I did a second set of cantaloupe seeds, and I'm seeing them coming up, but I really didn't have a whole lot of them sprout. I don't even think I got a 50% sprout rate on these guys, but they are growing. And here's a little volunteer zinnia that popped up out here. I'm surprised there's not more flowers. Isn't that pretty? Loving the colors. I killed him already.
Where?
Over here.
I don't see the word body.
What you're doing is the right thing. Here, I'll work on the grass if you work on the top, okay?
I cannot tell you how wonderful it is to have my family here. We are getting the work done in the garden, and the garden is really looking great. I'm really excited to see what kind of harvest that we get this year.
Can you pick one?
No, it's part of the plant, dude.
Here's another row of beans up here in the orchard, and unfortunately we hadn't had a lot of success in the orchard this year. No nectarines, no peaches, but the pears are looking great. Okay guys, this is really just a little bit of what's going on. We finished up our weeding for the day. It's 88. It's barely 9:30, and we're gonna go in the house, make breakfast, have a little coffee, and chill for a little bit before we start cleaning the basement. Guys, I want to say thank you for everybody that watches my videos and follows me. You guys are wonderful, and I do appreciate you. But that's going to be the end of this video. You guys have a great day.